Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Bayern Munich have a broken Celtic hearts right at the end of the game, right at the last minute. Alfonso Davies with that equalizer, and Bayern Munich win 2-1 on aggregate. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, nobody would have expected that this game would, this tie would be so close that it would be decided in the last minute of the 180 plus minutes that however extra minutes that we got into the game. I mean, of course, sorry. What a game that was. The game starts, and of course it's 2-1 on aggregate, and Celtic have to get that equalizer first, and Bayern Munich are trying to score as many goals as possible, trying to increase their aggregate score. It was quite a really good game of football. I'll be very honest with you. It was quite an it was played on a high tempo. It was an end-to-end stuff in that first half. The first 30 minutes were really enjoyable. Both the teams could have easily taken the lead, not once, not twice, but thrice. Both of them had really good chances. Both of them hit the crossbar. Both the goalkeepers had to make a couple of really good saves in that first half. And it was played on a really high tempo. After after the first 30 minutes, I think that the game sort of slowed down. I think both the teams decided that they wanted to go into the first half with not conceding, and I think that sort of affected the game. If I'm being very honest with you, I think the latter part of the first half, I think it was not really that good. If I'm being very honest with you, there was nothing really created. I think both of them sort of sat back. It felt like they sort of pulled the brake on the way that they were playing, and it affected the game. If I'm being very honest with you, and we go into the second half at 0-0, and Bayern, of course, at the moment they're progressing, and the second half comes in, and Bayern regain control in that second half. They start creating more chances as well. They keep on getting closer. I think Kasper Schmeichel had a really good game in that first half. He made a couple of good saves. In the second half, again, he made really good saves. And then out of nowhere, I think Celtic in the second half they played a lot more defensively as compared to the first half. I think they sat back quite a lot in that second half, and they invited Bayern Munich into their half. They absorbed the pressure, and they tried to hit Bayern Munich on the counter in that second half, and somehow it worked. Somehow the ball falls to Kohn. It was like at one stage it was like 1v3, and somehow the ball comes to Kohn, and they are not just able to clear the ball because there's so many players ahead for Bayern Munich, and Celtic take advantage of that, and they score the goal, and it becomes 1-0 around the 63rd minute mark. It becomes 1-0, and it is 2-all on aggregate. It's not that Celtic are winning or anything. It's just they are making sure that the game goes in extra time. And the silence that fell after the goal went in, it was quite incredible, to be very honest with you, because nobody really thought that Celtic were going to score because of the way the game was going. It was let's be honest, it was against the run of play, because Bayern were dominating. Anybody watching the game would have thought that if any team is going to score here, it is going to be Bayern Munich, especially in that second half, because in the first half I think it was quite a 50-50 game. Both the teams really played it felt like a really equal game. In the second half, I think it was all Bayern Munich, and then Celtic go ahead and score a goal. And after that, I think it was a really good defensive performance from Celtic, and I think Kasper Schmeichel had one of his best games. The amount of saves that he made, I mean, the Bayern Munich kept on coming, and Celtic kept on denying them, and this is the problem. I'll be very honest with you here. I think that this is where Celtic missed a beat here. I think this is where Brendan Rodgers missed a beat. They should have attacked. They defended way too much. You are on 2-2. Bayern Munich are the team under the pressure. You can take advantage of that. Have a go at them, especially when it worked really well in the first half. I really don't know why Rodgers decided to be quite defensive in that second half. If he would have tried to attack more, just the way that they played in the first half, I think there would have been enough chances for maybe to get get a winner before Bayern scored their second goal. But they decide to sit back, and they let Bayern Munich have the ball. Bayern had a lot of possession in that game, and they kept on coming. And I keep on saying this. If you have been seeing my channel, I hate when teams do this. I hate any club do, unless until it's a dire situation. It's the last 5 minutes of the game or 7 minutes of the game, and even then I'd be very honest, I don't like when teams do it. Like, it is one of the most frustrating things to watch when stuff like this happen. And Celtic, they started doing it like with 15 minutes to go, with 20 minutes to go. You are in the Champions League. League, trying to get in the round of 16. You have a chance, you need to score the goal. And I don't understand. I don't know, maybe their plan was to take them to penalties. I don't know what it was, but they barely tried anything, especially after that second goal. They just let Bayern Munich. And in the night, and Bayern Munich, unfortunately, for them, they were not really able to take advantage of that. Like they kept on coming, they were not able to score. And finally, even when the ball comes in, I forgot the first header. Schmeichel saves that header, but on the rebound, and you have to question the defenders. Where were the defenders? Alfonso Davis uses his head. He's the first one to react, try to get to the ball, but the defender is not able to clear the, hits the Davis's shin or whatnot, and the ball just rolls it in. And I mean, the heartbreak for Celtic, heartbreak for Kasper Schmeichel. You just saw him lie down. He could not believe that after all he had done that night, he's still not is not able to win that game. It was really heartbreaking for the fans, for the players, for everybody. Like it, and of course Bayern Munich, they really don't care. This is why we love this game. The two sets of emotion in that single with that single ball, the roll of the ball on the other side, and to see how two different set of people were reacting. You just love this game. You just love this game. Like that is why we love this game. And of course Bayern Munich, it becomes 3-2 on aggregate. It becomes 2-1 on the night, and that basically was it. There was nothing else to do. 30 seconds to go, or when the ball went in, when Alfonso Davis scores that goal, and Celtic had no chance to score another goal. And I'll be very honest with you. Even if they had like 10 minutes, I don't think they were going to be able to score that, because of they already they were mentally, they were in that defensive setup. It takes time to come back and try to go ahead and get that equalizer. It doesn't really happen. So yeah, Bayern Munich qualify for the next round. It was a really tough tie. I would be very honest with you. It is a bit concerning for Bayern Munich, because they had to work really hard, and the teams in the round of 16, they are much better than Celtic. No disrespect to Celtic, I think they played really good, and I think Bayern could really I really don't think Bayern are going to win the Champions. They are not one of my favorites to win that. They could easily be out in the next round, if I'm being very honest with you. So yeah, but congratulations to them. They've qualified for the next round. That was very important for Bayern Munich. They had to win the round of 16 of the Champions League. It was important for Vincent Kompany as well. Celtic, on the other hand, great performance, a great outing in the Champions League. They pushed Bayern Munich to elements, so they should be really proud. But unfortunately, they fell short, and their run is finished in the Champions League. So yeah, they have to try for next year, of course. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Bayern's performance, what you guys thought of Celtic's performance, and to be very honest, what do you really think Bayern have a chance in the next round, or just like me, do you think Bayern really don't look like one of the favorites to win the Champions League this season? Let me know what do you think. Do you think they can actually go up until the final and win it or not, or do you think they are going to get out quite early? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.